Salut tout le monde, it's your boy, Lukael. Welcome back to Control. This is episode 8. So in the last episode, we were on the hunt for some altered items. We found a whole bunch of them in the containment sector. The anchor, the flamingo, the traffic light, a bunch of funky stuff. And then we finally got to meet Dylan and see kind of where he's at right now. It's been 17 years since Jesse had seen him, and he's sort of controlled by the hiss, but maybe not really. We don't really know yet. But he did somehow give us a higher security clearance, so now we will get to go and try to find the slide projector. So y'all know the drill. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Without any further ado, let's jump right back in. You know, I'm just now noticing I can't fly in here. It doesn't allow you to fly. Huh. So we were given clearance level 6 last time, which I needed to get to the mannequin. So I kind of want to go do that as a little warm-up. I haven't played the game since last week. And I forget quickly. So it was in the medical wing, right? It's right there. Let's see what we can open with clearance level 6. I've always got this Tame Impala song stuck in my head whenever I'm playing Control because it plays that one note when you launch the game. You know the one? Alright. Let's head over there. They're gonna have to add a lot of names to this wall of honor. Fellas, you guys were waiting for me, I see. Talk about a welcome committee. What are you scared of, huh? I'm scared of my service weapon. You still attack me. You're still attacking me? Even when I'm controlling you, how dare you? Alright, so we want to go up to security. Over there. See, even Polaris is kind of taking me there. Hey guys. Just the one guy? Okay. Mirror supplement. Self-reflection. Look at the mirror in synchronicity. Oh, this is like a different mission. The Victorian mirror, acquired in 2005. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. I bet a lot of women were being diagnosed with emotional instability in the 1900s. The item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, though the missing people of the town were never recovered. And then in 1915, we certified that the case of Mrs. has shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble. We're getting a lot of imaginary male trouble these days, aren't we? Her fixation with the family looking glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Mrs. Carver is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction has passed. The less we think about the weird shit they were diagnosing women with back then, the better for our fucking sanity. Oh, this is the prime candidate program. Okay. This door does not open.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
P7. Okay, well, we know... We know P6 is Dylan. Who's P7? Someone died up there. Oh, we've got one of these big boys. Gotta get rid of this thing first. What's happening? Another warped room. This might be because of the mannequin. You know what? Before I forget, let me listen to the hotline.
After North Moore stepped down,
That's one way to say it.
every effort to find new prime candidates. There was no one. No one but me. That wasn't good enough. I pushed hard. I never wanted the Bureau to end up in that situation again. The Bureau needs a director. Always. When my time reaches an end, I want more options on the table. P1 through P5 were all false leads, dead ends, and disappointments. Then P6, Dylan Faden. He fell into our arms. No parents, they're gone, casualties of an AWE. The boy has exceptional talent.
Okay, so my parents are dead.
The oldest house will be his home. We'll build him from the ground up. He'll be trained and taken care of. Darling can be in charge of this project. I can't. I'll stay away. I will not fail the boy like I failed my own family.
Uh-oh.
My daughter and my wife.
Tragic backstory for Trench.
We weren't careful enough back then. Something came home with me.
Oh.
I took work home. My Susanna got sick. When I realized my mistake, I wanted to bring her here, for Darling to do what he could. Kate flat out refused. Civilian doctors treated our daughter, but they didn't have a clue. She died. Kate left me. Same old story. That was a long time ago. The Bureau is all I have now. And the prime candidates are our future. There are two, P6 and P7.
Who's P7?
We're spoiled for choice.
Is Jessie possibly P7? But as far as I know, she was not part of their plan. She just kind of stumbled upon this place, but maybe they had been predicting this, or like luring her here, or like secretly keeping tabs on her. If you know your daughter is sick with some like supernatural sickness, even if your wife refuses, I mean, I kind of want to say you should force her. Like, if you know she's gonna die with normal doctors, you have to tell your wife, like, look, I know you don't want me to bring her to work, but it's the only way she's gonna survive. Surely she would accept, right? So what does he mean when he says the Bureau always needs a director? What happens if there's no director? Like, does shit start going rampant? Again, it reminds me of the Void in Dishonored, where like the Void needs a vessel. In Dishonored, it's the Outsider, but there's been many before him. Again, more questions than answers. Oh, you can even see the warp, like the warp layout on the map. Oh, hello. Oh, there was a document under that, Bright Falls. That's Alan Wake stuff. I'm not even gonna read it, because I don't want to spoil myself for Alan Wake, but this is Alan Wake stuff. Oh, there's the mannequin. Hello.
God, the only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
Yeah, that's very creepy. Am I just looking for a specific mannequin? Okay, so we touched the mannequin, now there's multiple mannequin. But where's the real one? And you can't interact with them either. Can I like shoot them? No. And they don't seem to be outside, it's only in this room. Right? Are they multiplying or no? I'm not sure what the game wants me to do here. I haven't found one I can interact with. They all seem mostly the same, except this one is... Oh. Hello? Okay. Like from afar, I thought it was looking down. But then when I got close to it, it was just like all the other ones. It just happened to be one you could interact with. So I guess I just got lucky. Waste mannequin acquired in 1967. Lining the item cell with the newly discovered black rock has yielded positive results. Test with other altered items. So this might be the first one they realized could be affected by the black rock. A wire and fabric waste mannequin. The base and head are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. The trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found in either the number of duplications that manifest during an episode or the duration for which they last before disappearing. And then just return to Langston. But since we are at the Prime Candidate program, I guess we'll check it out. Dylan, changed by the Hiss, tells Jesse to go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector to discover the ugly truth about the Bureau. Jesse agrees, but in truth, she plans to go there to look for the slide projector, the object of power Dylan revealed to be the cause of the Hiss invasion. Alright. Just looking to see if there's any documents. So P7, P6, closed cases. We can open the door. So what do you consider closed cases? Okay, we got another TV show. Bright Falls summary. Again, not gonna read that. I'll have to come back to read these documents after we've played Alan Wake. You guys can remind me. Okay, so potentially Alan Wake might have been a previous potential Prime candidate and then they dismissed him for some reason. FBC Prime Candidate
you're
Test.
Upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? No interruptions! So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
It's a real chair, so the puppet is tiny.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair?
Everyone wants the big chair, Meg!
That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
What do you want children to get out of this? Like, other than being scared. They went through so much work trying to find these director candidates, and here comes Jesse, just naturally adept at everything, just able to do everything they need. Who is P7? Okay, well, we know who P6 is, so let's check out P6 first.
I wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things. Finding the projector will.
Is this the projector? No, probably not.
There's so much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. The boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6, and the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here.
What happened with Northmore?
It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes.
What good is this wall of notes if you can just write over it a big P6? Like, this looks useless.
We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. Like, I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys.
Don't say that.
He's exceptional and under a lot of stress.
That I will believe.
Roberts got killed.
Roberts.
It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
So they already knew about the sister, about me, and they wanted to capture me, they just hadn't yet. So yeah, like, it totally makes sense that a kid with these powers, this potential, would accidentally, you know, in a moment of stress, potentially kill someone. That is very likely to happen, and then they would, like, see him differently. But you have to think at what age he was brought here, and, like, in what circumstances, and, like, under a lot of stress. So I'm with Darling here. It was probably an accident, and you can't exactly blame him. Well, I guess it depends when it happened. And also, I haven't heard about any Roberts. At least not in my notes. I don't have anyone called Robert, so must just have been one of their agents. And then Helen Marshall, she must have been quite upset about this, but Darling wanted to keep working with Dylan. Dylan transcript. Subject was alone during this outburst. You again. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore. I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you bitch. I will dig out my own brains if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Subject repeated the phrase fuck off numerous times before being sedated. Polaris potentially fucking with him. Was she maybe only trying to help? We don't really know Polaris's nature at all yet. She's a complete mystery. We know she's been helping us so far, but like, she might be using us? Was she reaching out, showing him pictures of me, like trying to say that we were on the way, that we were looking for him? Maybe he just interpreted the images the wrong way because of the mental state he was in, but maybe Polaris is not so nice after all. We don't know. This I think I've seen in full. And again, what happened with Northmore? What's the deal with him? P6 victim autopsy. Oh, there it is. Redacted. Agent killed during involving Dylan Faden, codename P6. Autopsy findings: blunt force injuries of the head and neck, extensive trauma of the abdominal region, lacerations, contusions of the upper and lower torso, fracture of the spinal cord between the L1 and L2 vertebrae, avulsion fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs, left and right. He didn't miss. Blunt force injuries of the extremities, abrasions, lacerations, contusions of the extremities, dislocation of the right elbow and right knee. After examination, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that occurred when the was contorted through his... He must have some kind of like telekinesis, ESP. Okay, so that's P6, but who is P7?
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see?
It's me,
It
right?
doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
It's me. They've been looking for me this whole time. I mean, we kind of knew this, right? They were looking for us the same way we were looking for them. Oh, we got an outfit for candidate P7.
All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
It's such a weird situation where, like, they've been our enemy this whole time, sort of. But now we're in charge. So, like, what do? Do you still suspect them? Do you still see them as the enemy when you're in charge? Technically, you're the director. So, like, look, she was just trying to pet a dog, waiting for, like, the metro, eating food in a restaurant, at the library. Some of these shots are from very, very close, so someone must have been following me from, like, really close. Shoplifting. I guess I had to. So I'm P7. Jesse Faden, movement tracking. 2019. Departs Cheyenne. Arrives in Sydney. Departs Sydney. Arrives in Des Moines. Chicago. South Bend. Cleveland. Bloomsburg. New York City. So right now, we're at the end of October. Cause for concern? Because I was going further and further east. So she only stayed in each city for like a couple days at most. Never staying in one place for very long. But they knew. They were following me. They knew where I was at all times.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time,
How'd they get this tape?
I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away.
Oh, I'd been talking to a
Did you ever feel
psychiatrist.
that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Oh, she was in on it.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties?
Okay, that's a lot of
Did your parents
questions.
drink?
Give me time to
Did that make you
answer.
uncomfortable?
No. That's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
This light projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping
I mean,
and
who
finding
doesn't?
adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I feel like maybe this psychiatrist was actually in cahoots with the Bureau. That's how they were able to obtain this tape. Like, she was asking us questions because they wanted information, potentially. Also, I'm still thinking about that weird line, that weird exchange that Dylan had with Jesse in the previous episode, where he was like, don't you think that's weird that we both have kind of like gender neutral names? And he was like, isn't that weird? And I was like, not really, but now that he mentioned it, I wonder if they're kind of like the Lutesses in Bioshock, where like maybe we're the same person from two different, you know, timelines, two different dimensions, two different realms. And then maybe because of the slide projector, we like met. Like, he's me from this world, or I'm him from another world. And then maybe our memories were scrambled where we think we're siblings, but we're really the same person from two different worlds. I don't know. It's possible. Anything's possible. Transit corridor. Find the ordinary AWE area. Okay, so turntable.
They studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
They did say a large part of the containment sector was used for the Ordinary event. So let's see what they actually found out about it. Going somewhere? Sorry, I was gonna mind control you, but it didn't work. Work chat, dead dog. I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It'd been rotting in that box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. They must see so many weird things at this job. Prime candidate program, transit corridor. Alright, so we have an elevator. It's hella red in there, which is never a good sign. Willow AWE shipping manifest. David Lindquist, operations assistant. Inventory list of recovered materials: a hollow sphere, stone-like material, vitrified soil, pieces of various sizes and colors, animal carcass, possibly canine, rusted metal bucket, leather wallet, aged shotgun cartridge. All materials go to the investigation sector for further analysis. Okay, I guess we need to use the elevator. Oh. Hello. Did you really think you were gonna get me?
Dylan and I were both.
That did spook me a little bit.
Candidates. Experiments.
Well, I haven't been experimented on. Right? I've just been on the run. So I've been told that there's not actually a limit to how many people you can turn, and the upgrade to turn more people is just the number of people you turn at once, which is pretty crazy. Big if true. What is that? Some kind of gate? Music's pretty funky in here. Oh. Hidden location. Dark as hell. Typewritten page supplement. 2019. This is again more Alan Wake stuff. The page was discovered in an instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page had been pushed into the motel's corridor from under the door with the symbol of a spiral. For 10 years, I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here, they are all the same. It's a hideous trap, my every thought made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion: falls, haunting, wake, light switch, ocean, too late, and the final sentence, you've been warned. I'm definitely very intrigued to play Alan Wake and see like what we're dealing with. I guess it was some kind of AWE. But if Alan Wake came first and it was just about this kind of supernatural event, once you recontextualize it within the universe of Control, where like such things are kind of commonplace, it must feel like different, you know? It's like, oh, it wasn't so weird. It's just one of many such weird things that can happen. Okay, we need like a control point, which might be right here. And what is this? Just nothing? Alright, let's restore this place. NYC subway.
We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
What do you mean? In fact, where is Ordinary? I don't actually know. I don't know if it's a real city or not. I should have probably looked it up. Alright, so this is clearance level 6. Oh, we got mold in here. But it's not Okay, it's not hurting me. Is that even the same thing as the mole? Like maybe it's something different because it looks different. Almost seems like it has electricity running through it, so maybe this is something different. I don't know. Alright, so what's the deal? Actually, let's go and turn in the thing to Langston first before we keep going further. Any other altered items you want me to
to assist in mitigating a crisis. Would you like me to list them for you?
No. What's your guys' deal?
Yeah, this person's very strange.
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but it's a bit above my pay grade.
Well, something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
Alright.
See you later, Langston.
See you later.
I'll be here, like always.
He's probably gonna have more later, if I have to guess. Now, does the former showing up have anything to do with the hiss also showing up at the house? I wonder. Are these bonuses cumulative? Like, is it plus 25, then plus 50, then plus 50? Or is it... Okay, it has to be because you have two of the same. So it gets stacked. It's stackable. Let's go more health. Since we have 4 points for once. Like, I need all the health I can get to survive. Alright, so what's the deal? Transit corridor. Access the ordinary AWE area by rotating the turntable tracks.
There's gotta be a way to these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Oh, there's a spike here. Anyone else? You? This is the mold. Do you want some of this mold? Does not care. So I need to find a way to rotate the tracks. Can't open this door. Containment chamber A2. Sterling AWE. Wait, so did they contain like entire AWEs in here? Hey, Mr. Spike. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? Yes, you are.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
In bridge operator, maybe? Just don't get stuck in a corner with this spike. How did the mold just randomly get here? Work chat. Teeth. Guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me. That's who. And you know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. Yeah, I bet. I mean, you're free to go work at Subways if you want, but you know. Alright, so that's turning.
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
The mold? Yeah, this stuff? There we go. Oh, there it is. Ordinary AWE. Sterling AWE. Ordinary dump site. Huh. Why would they need such a huge location if it's just the slide projector? Right? Wouldn't it be just this one small item that you can contain? Like, why do they need so much space? I mean, it's still closed. Weird layout in here. I've got a demon. Ow. That really hurt. Hey, these demons. Invisible assholes. Can you actually get through this wall? Oh, you can. Oh, that changes things. I was like, how would you get behind there? You can just straight up destroy the wall. Right? Well, well, well. Oh, I wonder if there were other places I could have done this. And I just didn't think it was possible. My weapon mods are full. Need to clear some space. Destructible walls. a lot of creepy noises in here. Okay, we've got... Is that a plane? Some kind of old military plane. We don't really have that many details about what happened in Ordinary. Like, Jesse knows, but we don't. Another elevator. More of these that we need to charge. Okay, that's all of them. Oh, I guess I needed to do this for the elevator to work. Search for the slide projector. Objective power. Straight up. We're already at the slide projector. That feels like the end of the game. This guy looks different than the others. Airplane Evaluation Order. By Dr. Hubert Tan, Research Specialist. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of... Ordinary? Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the AWE projector slide and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel, special access. Oh, so this place is actually connected to like the actual New York subway? I thought it was just like a representation of it or like a copy of it. I guess it would be one way to transport larger objects into the building without anyone knowing. It's like they're connected to the... For more information on tunnel and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and the plane's black box is currently being evaluated for, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. So, but it's been 17 years. Like, how could they still be evaluating these objects? Wouldn't they have been here for a really, really long time? That's the part I don't get. It's like, how can you guys still be studying this event that happened so long ago? It's really bright. Ordinary AWE. Study on hold. Areas off limits pending future use. Why was it on hold? Hey, man. Ordinary AWE Stage 1.A. Witness testimonies. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. DF. Dylan Faden. Right? Interview 2002. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. Jesse Faden. Therapy session. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Likely Neil Hausenberg missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, note likely Tom Barlow missing. And his gang, Freddy, likely Frederick Bartwell missing. Hugo, no one by this name was found in public records, bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation house. So would there be as many worlds as there are slides? Do you need to change the slides in the thing? Yourself? Do they change by themselves? Many questions.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thanks for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still at the show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed.
The whole town?
It wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Fort Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
But this is the same show that the Bureau controls, right? So they want to get called about these events, but then they also get to control the narrative so that people don't panic or like don't look into it too much. So they can twist the events, but also collect information. Ordinary summary. Yes, please. Just summarize this stuff for me. So it happened in 2002. Ordinary, Maine. Of course it's in Maine. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary caused by an object of power, the slide projector. Discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. Okay, so just the adults. That's weird. On August 30, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10-year-old, CP6 materials, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, P7 materials. Okay, so I'm a year older. Were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. You guys are pretty bad at your job. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews and prime candidate program files. And they've been looking for me ever since.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
That's so interesting. When you put it like that, it's so obvious, right? It's like, why would these specific objects have these weird powers? Like, clearly it's not related to the object. It's because these objects represent something specific for humans. So it's logical to think that we, or at least our collective unconscious, are influencing the process. But are we the cause or are we the effect? We don't really know. That's so interesting. I could listen to Casper Darling talk about anything. He's so enthusiastic and like he always pauses just to smile about it because he's so excited to talk about this supernatural stuff. Town proper witness testimonies. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. He transformed into a dog? The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. That was in a therapy session. Jessie said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. So it's just the name that Jessie gave this entity, but that's not her actual name. Additional slide designation hand is verified and in bureau possession. Oh. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation dog Neil. Oh no. What happened to you, Neil? Were you really transformed into a dog? What do you mean like a melted dog? Ugh. Well, we're about to find out. Okay, this is a control point.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carl Levon. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He was never out. He didn't work for me. He never visits, not since Roberts. So tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
Yeah, that's
What
easy.
day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
See, I feel like you were kind of... I mean, I don't want to victim blame, but I feel like you were kind of antagonizing him. Like, the kid is in such an unnatural environment. You keep treating him like a lab rat. He's stuck in this glass prison. He's just looking for some, like, genuine human connection. And here you are just asking him these, like, nonsensical questions. And you can see he's getting aggravated and agitated, and you just keep pushing him. Like, what do you expect? Like, what do you think is gonna happen? You need to use some psychology. Poor Dylan. Okay, we could build charge. I'm kind of curious about this, and we have plenty of materials, so let's build it. Charge. And you know what? Let's upgrade grip also. And I guess Pierce. I have so many resources, I might as well use them. And let's upgrade charge. And spin. Okay, we have almost all of our... I guess I haven't been upgrading my guns in a while. I had so many resources. Okay, let's try this new gun. Charge. Charge holds up to 3 explosive projectiles that can stagger enemies caught in their blast. Okay, let's do bigger blast radius, and let's do, I guess, projectile speed. Huh. Also, there's a document on the ground. Ordinary stage 2. After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The Nut Mother lived there with her babies, children, I don't know. The what? The Nut Mother? Babies, children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We call them dung monkeys. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide, designation temple. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity, Nut Mother. Ugh. That's creepy. Alright, so... that seems quite powerful. And it does recharge. So it says up to 3, but... you can shoot as many times as you want if you just give it time to reload. Okay, so we'll try that with the shotgun. The Nut Mother. We went in and met Polaris, like a star. She told us we were special. She made us special. It felt like being born or reborn. The world fading in for the first time. Familiar but somehow different. And this is again from Jesse. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. The dung monkeys and the Nut Mother were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. I took all the slides and burned them. All of them except Hand. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Polaris. And does Polaris have a physical form? Because so far she just seems like this immaterial entity that's like following me, but can she manifest in the world? The second slide we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting. And then when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Ugh. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide, meadow. Were these really other dimensions, or were they just like other places on Earth, or like...
Let's see what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Oh, they created like a little model of the whole town. I guess the projector slide must be like one of the most powerful objects of power that they encountered, and so they're putting a lot of time and resources into studying this one event, but why this one more than all the other ones? Like, all these objects of powers are, you know, potentially powerful and dangerous, and what's so special about Ordinary? Is this my house? It's in red. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Mrs. Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Nut Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result from slide projector related AWE. Oh, so Jessie thinks maybe she caused the people to disappear because she kind of wished it. Maybe she did. Maybe she did cause it. Because of Polaris? Because of this Nut Mother? Huh. We're piecing it together little by little. There's a big X here, so I guess maybe that's where it showed up. Is this the dump? Oh. Hey guys. You enjoy my charge. Okay, it's like a weird type of projectile. It does stick to people, I guess. It doesn't really seem that powerful. Oh, you can charge it. Okay, you can charge it. What happens if you charge it? It just seems to go right past them. Oh, you can charge all three. Okay, I see.
Found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Like, do they want to be able to activate it? Have they been able to use it this whole time? But if I destroyed all the slides, there would be just the one left. The one, like the hand. The one related to Polaris. Maybe Polaris has been leading me here because she wants to go home. Like, she can't return to her home dimension. She wants to go back through the projector to return home. Okay, so you can either shoot one at a time, or you can charge them. Like 1, 2, 3. And then it shoots all three. It's fine. I think I kind of prefer Pierce, to be honest. And I like having a lot of zoom too when using Pierce. I feel like with these two I can kind of tackle any situation. So where's the dump?
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What?
I don't know matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time.
So she was gone for a while.
In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse.
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents
At least the Bureau does.
I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there.
Polaris knew about
the leave soon.
the
I
house.
have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
She
Jesse,
knew.
You know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Can't let you go. Was she like in some kind of asylum? Some kind of mental institute? I thought she had just been on the run this whole time. When was this? Like her therapy sessions were... Okay, so most of it was from a therapy session in 2010, it seems. So that was like 9 years ago. Okay. Ordinary supplement. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden and the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. I mean, I guess if a whole town vanished, you would want to investigate that. That's probably more like a bigger impact than most of the other objects that seem very localized, like one person was affected. Here it's a whole town, so of course they would devote a lot of resources to this one event. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, Dylan claims there were 8 slides for the projector. Jesse mentioned 9 slides. So maybe there's one that she kept secret from him? The Bureau found 1 intact slide and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the Ordinary Town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis. They brought the whole dump? With the hopes of finding additional slides or altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. They brought the whole dump. Just on the off chance they might find like one additional slide. I mean, I guess it's very important. Jesse keeps talking about something missing. Like, am I onto something about Jesse and Dylan potentially being like one person that was split? Or like 2 different versions of the same person? If not, then what could she be missing? Maybe this Polaris is just like a piece of her? Maybe it's some weird fucked up interstellar type shit where like once she became this powerful supernatural director, she then sent a piece of herself like in the past through some portal to help her reach this point. You know, it's kind of like a loop. I don't know. There's gonna be some funky shit like that, I bet. The dump site. There's the whole dump.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Dump cessation of work order. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the Ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in a slide projector, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. So did they find others? Maybe they did find others. Globe supplement. It's the Wolf Globe. The item was found in the penthouse suite at Toronto belonging to David Wolf, who was being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous paranatural belongings, including... And this item. Mr. Wolf was arrested. And then an article from the Toronto Daily. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That's the question that's kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nutjob radio show in the States claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati. But it's this reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. David Wolf. It loves to hide behind stuff. Ow. Did not mean to fall. You guys managed to sneak up on me. I'm literally one hit from death. These guys are taking like the stairs to get to me. I need to get down there to get some of the healing, but I'm scared they're gonna kill me. That was bound to happen. Yes, I know. I could have used the shield. Maybe instead of using Pierce, I could use Grip. Let's not die again, because it respawns you very far away.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable. We should check that lab.
Alright, when you get the flyers mixed in with everything else, it gets pretty tricky, but... we managed. Search Darling's lab. Okay, yeah, not Darling's office. That's a different one. This will open the main door. I wonder if they really got the whole dump, or maybe like they missed a few items.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
There it is. Which means it's working, and they've been using it, but they only have the one slide, right? Unless they found other slides in the dump. Finish Tango. A dark place. Okay, what's with all the new missions? Search for the slide projector in dimensional research. A dark place. Investigate the sector elevator. What about it? What about it? Well, I guess we got what we came here for. And then this must open like a shortcut. I haven't actually looked at the map this whole time. Yeah, that's a shortcut back to this. But there's something else in front of us. It's still question mark, so we haven't been there. If I can turn, like rotate this place around again, I could open that door. Can I not? Can't rotate it? Then this door won't open. Shit. I mean, it's probably gonna lead me back here at some point, because clearly there's something else on the left. Let's get back to executive for now. This is our final health upgrade, so let's get that. Now we have the most health that we can have. What's this new outfit? Candidate P7. It's a little matching pajama with Dylan. Oh.
I need the containment protocols for every altered item or object of power with an audio-related effect.
I'll send a team to contact Langston and get that information, sir. If you ask why, what do we tell him?
Tell him that the hiss work through sound, so any countermeasures designed for similar altered items should be considered for field use.
That's smart.
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Alright. Emily, do you have anything new to say?
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
Right, because he
I'll take care of
escaped.
it.
That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
Mr. Tomasi.
I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, "Not quite, Professor," and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics. He's been a showboat all his life.
That does sound like him.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling hid his work from.
Everybody, I guess.
Trench.
Was it because he didn't trust them with the truth, or like...
Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious. You know, interestingly, the words of the hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I don't care about the words.
You should.
What about my brother?
Could be important.
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right?
Well, he's not a zombie yet, so sure. What tissue did you get from him? Like, did you prick his finger, or like take a skin sample, or like he let you do that? Like, do you have a full transcript of what the hiss is saying? It's like just one long text, right? And then it just keeps repeating it? Or is it just kind of random phrases?
I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities.
I can fly.
I get the sense that they're not very usual around here. Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal. So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier. I like the sound of that.
Considering Northmore is now the power plant for the oldest house, he must have been very powerful. And I guess potentially might have been like second most powerful director after Jesse. So if he can power a whole power plant, consider the power that's in Jesse. Like, what could they do if they managed to contain her?
I should get going. Don't let me hold you up.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this Northmore thing. Timeline of events. To examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in his behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer: how did the Hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does Hiss resonance advance through space? Deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world? A cross-dimensional destination? A lot of very good questions. Again, Emily.
Dylan's a lost cause. I know I struggled to see this, but we contained him now. I wish I had sided with Marshall. Back when it's just one person. So many dead.
Okay, so he killed a bunch of people.
I thought his youth was an asset. Just too much too soon. Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector.
See, why don't they show you the full thing?
That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to...
So him setting up dimensional research is connected to what happened to it with Dylan. I don't get why they force you to watch these like twice and show you something different in each one. You have heard wrong, fake news. The board is A-OK, intact. The rebel faction dissent is former fired. The crisis purge is over. This is not a matter of worry for you. You can hang up now, please. Okay. Are things really okay, or are you just saying that? The board is kind of busy with its own thing while we're on our quest. The board is also dealing with, I guess, the Hiss and former. Okay, so what's the deal with the elevator then?
Lots of interesting data off that subject the Rangers brought in.
I heard that he voluntarily entered captivity. That's what Pope said anyway.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. Hiss aren't that self-aware.
Well, he is. Alright, so it just says investigate the elevator.
darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Oh, actually,
We should check
I'm
this
remembering
out.
now. A Dark Place is the DLC, right? This is the Alan Wake DLC. Someone mentioned don't do a Dark Place until later, so we won't. This is Alan Wake related. I will, however, go and take care of Mr. Tomasi.
Watch the place while you're gone.
Someone's got to. He escaped from us once, we won't let him go again. I'm not gonna keep fighting you guys. Where are you, Tomasi? Oh wait, they're all open now. Aha! Okay, now the door's open, so that's how we get in there. And that's probably where he is. Along with a big rock. Sterling AWE. There's Tomasi. Ouch. Oh, you got some help, I see. Can you guys drop some healing for me, please? Not going too good. Doesn't help that he can dodge my throws. Came in from behind me. I think I'm gonna want to use maybe Pierce. What does that mean? Damage while aiming. Okay, let's hope this Pierce can do more damage. Can't give him time to heal his shield. It does break through the shield. Okay, if you're fast enough, you can get him. Oh, okay, I didn't know you were doing like a melee attack. Ouch. Oh, there's a demon here? That's probably what killed me last time. Are you serious with that? Are you serious with that? A demon while dealing with this guy who can avoid my shots and regenerate his shield? Not a big fan of that. Should I just try to climb like up there? Because I want to be out of the way of this demon.
There you are.
Doesn't help if I'm just missing him. What the fuck? That does like half my health. And even that barely does any damage. At least I can make him drop his objects if I shoot him. Come on, man. The demon, like that does so much damage. That's like half my health bar. In one hit. Where is he? Alright, so basically once the minions come in, I can't be on the ground because then that fucking demon's gonna hit me for like half my health. And there's not enough healing in this fight for me to survive. Is the shatter even doing like good damage to him? I can't tell. He's moving too fast to really use pierce that effectively. Maybe I could do like spin. This one's too slow. Charge, I'm just gonna miss. Could try spin.
There you are.
Okay, that is fucking useless. That does no damage whatsoever. I already lost half my health. From one attack. Okay, this is useless. Even with my shield, he still did like all my health. Alright, spin is like really bad. I haven't found a good use for it. It doesn't do enough damage. It doesn't do enough damage. You run out of bullets very quickly, then you have to wait for it to reload. Like, it's kind of useless. I'll just switch between grip and shatter, I guess. I need to always avoid that melee attack it does, because that takes half my health. And then I can't get hit by the demon either. I can do it, it's just I need to be like flawless. Oh, actually, I think I could just go to the other spawn point that's closer. I don't know why I'm going all the way around. I did open a shortcut, so I could have just gone to the other, right? Yeah, there's a control point right there. I've been taking the long way for no reason. This time I blocked it. Don't give him time to get his shield back. Ah, that still got me. And it still took half my fucking health. Shit. Like, how come that demon does so much damage in one attack? Come fight me up here, asshole. It's just the two of us here. Oh, no, there it is. You found me. How nice of you to come all the way here. Yeah, I saw him do it. I was like, ah, surely he's not gonna reach that far, is he? Well, at least it's not as bad knowing I can just respawn next to it. That does like nothing. I guess because I'm not actually hitting him. Alright, so grip is useless. It needs to be shatter. Shatter is the only thing that does any damage. Aren't you gonna attack me? I can do it too, you know. Okay, how many did you summon? Just don't run into that demon. Down there. I can see it, I can see it. Okay, it didn't hit me. That's still okay, that's still that still did that much damage even though I shielded. Don't go too far, he's just gonna get his shields back. Oh, this guy's pissing me off. Wow, that's really annoying.
There you are.
You want to be fighting him on his own turf. Like, you have to be in the sky. It's just once the minions start coming, that's the problem. I'm really not doing... I'm doing like no fucking... I get that the shotgun is more effective up close, but I feel like I'm doing no damage. Except unless I'm really close. Like, look at the tiny damage I'm doing. Except when you're really close. Yeah, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Ah, he's getting his shields back. But look, he's like almost a third. A third left. I haven't lost any health yet, but the demon's gonna come up here and attack me, that's the problem. Yep, it's following. Get rid of the shields. That thing's coming, see? You can see it, you can see the smoke. Fucking demon. Ah! I have to kill it. I have to kill it. Where are you? Okay, at least I killed it, but now you just summoned more. Well, at least they drop health stuff. I don't have time to deal with you, but you could help me. That's not what I wanted to do, but I guess that's fine. Turned out okay. Don't know what's happening. Just trying to get up here. Alright, bitch. Whoa. Wow, that did way too much damage for one projectile. And yes, I know you guys can see my health bar. Just trust me, it was a lot. Come on, come back up here. I thought y'all were on my side. Wasting time, but this guy can help me. I don't have time for that. Okay, so they're just gonna keep spawning forever. It seems. I don't have time for you. I have to finish off the Mossy. Who's fucking shooting me? You gotta be kidding me. I swear if I die, I'm gonna be so angry. Jesus.
There. I guess the Bureau should start looking for a new head of communications.
That took like 30 minutes. I just had to lock in. You know, I progressively got better at it, and then we managed to do it, but god dang. That was annoying. All these flyers. Sterling summary. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing since the event. Oh no, that's way worse. Local authorities arrived on the scene and began issuing orders over a monitored line of communication using several watchwords flagged by the Bureau, including Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched, so they have regional offices. Arrived 2 hours after local police, the situation was contained and analysis began. Bureau research staff arrived the next day and examined the object. After X amount of days of evaluation, the object was lifted into an enclosed truck with built-in black rock panels and relocated to Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system leading into the oldest house. So in 2016 in Sterling, Colorado. Is that the object? This rock? I mean, we've seen this texture before, I think in the quarry? And now we just need to speak with Emily to finish the quest. Mr. Tomasi, well, good thing he ran away earlier in the game because there's no way I would have been able to defeat him back then.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality. Thank you for staying up with us. I've been getting a lot of calls about this meteor in Sterling, Colorado. There were reports of a large spherical container that crash landed in a field outside town. Some government people reportedly took it away. Now, we happen to broadcast from Colorado, and Sterling isn't far. I drove down myself to check it out with members of the America Overnight team.
It was totally nothing.
To tell you, it wasn't long before we found pieces of metal debris scattered in a field. Listeners, this is yet another instance of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, entering our airspace and crashing. That the government took away the evidence under cover of darkness only compounds the fact that these are more than likely visitors from beyond our planet, or dare I say, solar system. Head on over to our website to see pictures of the spacecraft pieces we uncovered. And while you're doing that, our sponsors would like your ear. America Overnight will be right back.
I guess it's like you make it sound so over the top and ridiculous that you kind of lower the credibility of all these sightings, right? I guess that's kind of the idea of this show. So, what is it? Local witnesses report a bright flash in the field at approximately no noise accompanied the light. That's weird. Authorities had assumed the object fell from the sky, but our examination found the object actually manifested there, vaporizing the soil around it in an intense spherical, like a Terminator, which possibly explains the light seen from the town. The object is a hollow sphere made of a stone-like material. A hollow sphere. Structural analysis of the material does not match any on record. The sphere has a broken portion, as if something from the object. The object has been inactive since arriving at the Bureau. The communications department officially stated to the press that the object was a small meteor, while also using the America Overnight program to say it was like a UFO. This AWE will be studied in the containment sector until the spherical object is deemed safe to be transferred to the investigation sector. This might be another like real life story. Alright, well, Tomasi is history. Let's go speak with Emily.
Hi. I took care of the Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker. Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him. You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive. Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
I guess that's kind of how you have to see things at the Bureau. But I mean, it's like a zombie situation, you know? Once the person dies and starts trying to kill you, it's no longer that person. It might look like them, but they've died. Even if it's your mother, your father, your child.
I should get going.
You can't hesitate
Don't let me
because
hold
then
you
you'll
up.
die. But, of course, that's easier said than done. Alright, so the shield turned out to be actually quite useful. In this specific fight, at least. Well, that gave us a few more ability points. We have 4. I guess I should be putting more points in the shield, huh? So let's do more shield strength and a bit more levitation duration. And with that being done, that's going to bring this episode to a close. So next time we'll be going to... Oh, it's the ashtray maze section. See, I knew we were going to be going back there eventually. So we'll be going to the ashtray maze to look for the slide projector. I can't really tell how far I am into this game. Feels like I'm maybe halfway through. That's kind of my impression. I have been informed that like the jukebox stuff, that's a DLC that they added, and then I guess we've got the Alan Wake stuff also that I will be playing later after we've done Alan Wake on the channel. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Big thank you to my patrons for their support, and until the next time, I had fun playing this. I hope you had fun watching it, and I will see you in the next episode for even more Control. À la prochaine!